This video is about the single-handed most versatile tool in a survival situation. I firmly believe that tool is the 9-inch survival knife. Most common knives are the ones below that measure. In fact, I decided to design mine in a 6-inch configuration. Yet this knife, or a combat knife, or any other, need to be accompanied by a larger, job-specific tool. In a jungle platoon, the most common thing is to find a 21-inch machete, along with the standard combat knife, of course, or in a large-scale expedition, you most likely will find an axe involved. But in a 1 or 2 people camping, you most certainly won't have the possibility to carry a single tool for each job. So the most sensible decision is to go with a tool that can deal with the most situations possible, and that tool is the 9-inch survival knife. Here we have a selection of 4 knives, which I consider to be of a superior performance in that category. Yet, I won't talk about their numerous virtues. I will address shortly their particular deficiencies. In no specific order, they are the Busey NMFSH, the venerable KY USMC Big Brother, the infamous Becker Big K9, the K-Bar version of course, and last but not least, the proven RD9 by Ontario. As you may know, these knives are not exactly cheap, but if you have had the opportunity to exchange information with me on a forum before or to watch my videos, you might be able to testify that I strongly empathize with the low-budget camper who cannot afford one of these blades, simply because that was the way things were for me before, and that condition lasted a respectable portion of my life. I'm not saying these knives are all at the same level, but here we go. The M-Tech 151, the Ridge Runner Montana Toothpick Buoy, and the Moragnif 749. Unfortunately, I won't be able to present a 4th one. So here we go and name the issues with these beauties. So let's start with the cheap ones. The Montana Toothpick. It is made in India and they turn out to be outstanding knife for the price. But the finishing is very poor, they are not homogeneous in their colors, and sometimes the wood, by the way this is real wood, has knots and they are left visible. The wood don't seem to be stabilized, so you should take good care of it in wet conditions. The Moragnif 749. Moras are great respectable knives, high quality steel on an extremely cheap knife. The handle quality and the ergos are superb, but the blade is extremely thin and won't be able to chop as efficiently as with a heavier knife. You can get these on stainless steel or a carbon steel. I used a carbon steel for years as my main camp knife, but they stain quite easily. They are superb anyways. The MT151 shares the design with the legendary Cold Steel Trailmaster, and if it really is 440 as it states on the blade, it is made in a decent American steel, ground in China of course, yet very good. This is a difficult critique, because I find it to be amazing all the way, but the weaknesses in this knife will be the unknown tempering process and the quality of the rubber on the handle, but I have never met anyone who has been able to demonstrate a poor tempering process on this by breaking or bending. Now let's move to the big ones. Rambling about these is easy, because these are widely proven, so anything I'll say will be objected by somebody and may not finally affect their reputation as a product. This is a K-Bar Big Brother, the largest combat survival knife. Strong, very well designed, although a fantastic knife, I hate the fact that it has a very thin tang. I like knives not only with a full tang, but with a full profile tang, like these other 3. In the case of the BK9, it is supposed to be a very ergonomic knife, but the polymer of the handles, although it contours to the hands very well, does not manage water and other fluids at all, and they are overly rigid for the hands and require gloves to operate them in most cases. But that's about it. The Ontario RD9 is a wonderful knife. It is amazingly fast, very well built and finished. Comes with micarta handles from the factory, and it is available in 2 steels and 2 thicknesses. If you would want to take it to the next level, you can order a custom from Justin Gingrich directly, as thick as you want it and as big as you want it, without the restriction of materials. The downside of this beast is the ergonomic study on the handle. The scales are way too square for them to be comfortable, but they are micarta, so you can file them or sand them down. But you can't do anything but to change the cheapo sheath it comes with. But at least the cheapo and horrible yet resistant sheath of the Ontario Ranger serves its purpose. Something you can't say about the Busey NMFSH, because it comes badly wrapped in paper without a sheath. Now the NMFSH is clearly the best one of all of these. Better built, better ergonomics on the handle, much better finish than any other knife you can buy, and the performance of the Infisteel surpasses any other steel for cutlery out there. But what's wrong about this level of perfection? The ridiculous price. It is just laughable. All the other knives combined, with shipping and manufacturer handling fees, or whatever imaginary fees they want to charge you, aren't as expensive as the NMFSH. Well, after viewing this amount of steel, what is my take on the quality of these tools? It is very simple. It is not about what the knife or the steel can do. It is about what do you do with your knife. For most of the people, it will be hard to notice the difference in performance between one or another. I believe it is about how much of the performance of the tool you can extract. And for that matter, most of the people do not need the most expensive one. But let's face it, as in any other product, there is a very strong intrinsic value in competition. And knowing that you could do something with one knife that won't be possible to do with another represents a lot of satisfaction for the owner. Please leave your comments below and don't forget to rate. Thanks.